welcome to the world of wings, worms, and wonder. I'm Kelly Johnson, your Creative Nature Connection guide. This is this video series on tools. This is video 2, and in this video we'll be looking at watercolor paint. So it's pretty kind of straightforward with watercolor paint. You have two choices basically. You have pan watercolors, which is what you think of when you think of a child's set of watercolors, like a tray of dry paint. And then you have tube watercolors. I personally like both for different reasons. So first let's talk about tube watercolors. Tube watercolors come in a tube. You choose your colors. They are not cheap, but they are worth it. They're very nice to mix. You can choose from zillions of colors at the art supply store. Test out which ones really suit your personal palette, which ones you gravitate towards. You can get a lot of variation and subtlety, so you're not always having to mix every single color, save you a little time. And you kind of get a very rich and professional looking mark and line with tube watercolors. You do need a palette when you use tube watercolors, and I keep mine in this little basket and they're always overflowing, so you might want a little box or a little system. Let's see if this will show. They're very gooey and leak out a lot of times, so keep that in mind, but it's just the nature of it. You want to keep their tops on tightly because they will dry out. You could dig out the dried paint and use it, but yeah, they have a emulsifier. I don't know if that's the right word, but like a gum in them that makes them tube and liquid and makes them stay liquid and not dry out. So tube watercolors are great. You can even buy a student grade if you want. You don't have to buy the top notch. I use the Grumbacher, but Winsor Newton is good. Those are just a couple of brands you may come across. These are the Grumbacher Academy colors, which are a little less expensive, but still a high quality tube watercolor paint. Now, pan watercolors are the kind in a little set. Here's my set. I've had this set for ages, since art school. This is a Winsor Newton brand set, and it's a very high quality pan watercolor set, and this is great for on the go. This is great. This is what I take when I go out of town, when I go out into the field. I am not messing with tube watercolors. Tube watercolors are for working at home in your space, where you have plenty of room, but these are for on the go. You see the palette is included in the top. This set even comes with a funny little brush that I never use. It's been sitting there forever. And these are great because these probably aren't going to come out, but when you run out of paint, these pop out when you use them all up. So you can replace the paint, and as you replace these little paints, you can customize your palette and customize your colors. So when working with your tube watercolors and you really learn which colors you gravitate towards, which colors you're using all the time, which colors reflect your local environment. Here in Florida, there's going to be a lot more greens than out in Arizona, where people are going to have a lot more warm tones in their palette. So you can customize that. You can customize it before they run out even. You can buy the general set, and then you can buy the other little squares of paint. But this stays dry all the time. I just wet it with my brush and use water like you would with, tube watercolors. You still mix with water. These you just have to mix with more water to get them going. And maybe add water up here to, this is still good paint. I just add water and I can reuse those colors that I've already mixed. So pan watercolors versus tube watercolors, one is not better than the other. It's just a matter of what you want to use them for. When I do my illustrations, I use tube watercolors. But when, like I said, I go out in the field, I use pan watercolors, and both make me happy. I have a lot of fun with both, and both help me creatively connect to my natural world better. So think about what you want, try them both out. Again, buy a high quality set. If you buy a child set of pan watercolors, you're going to be frustrated. They're not going to have the pigment richness that I'm going to say name brand, but that a notable company would have. Winsor Newton, Grumbacher, those are really two of the standards in watercolor paint that I would recommend. I have no kickbacks from them, but boy do I wish I did. So if you know anyone at those companies, I would love to have a kickback. But yeah, so try them out, pick out your colors, with tube watercolors, maybe just start with a few. You want to get, maybe a Roy G. Biv palette and then a black. You can get white, but you don't really need white. These pans are not going to come with white, so you maybe want to supplement with a tube white. Some pan sets do come with a tube white, but that's a whole nother can of worms getting into white. So anyway, try them out, have fun with it, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Which one do you prefer, or which do you use for which tasks? So thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Bye.
Your words are growing in my memory. I'm like a trellis, but instead they're supporting me. And if they flower and make a fruit to eat, I'll be asking, how on earth could you have been so sweet? Your words are growing.